sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent, and sanitizing. We enabled it to see, think, and move like you. And True Course Map enables the S1 Pro to adapt to any environment, maintaining millimeter accuracy of your living space. This is the next evolution of cleaning robot. Eufy S1 Pro, always clean. Eufy has redefined what a cleaning robot can do. Introducing the S1 Always Clean, the world's most advanced cleaning robot, and always clean mop. A mop that self-cleans 170 times per minute, resulting in an extensive UV-certified deep clean. On carpet, the mop is hidden, and power is boosted with a powerful suction for a robust, immaculate cleaning. The one-touch base station unlocks your free time, while the S1 Pro handles the rest, including transferring dry and wet waste, refilling detergent.
What's going on, Eufy? I'm Brian McDuff, aka BMac, and welcome to this very exciting live stream where we're going to be talking about the Eufy S1 Pro robot vacuum and mopping all-in-one solution. This is very exciting. For those of you who have actually tuned into my live streams before, we were live a couple weeks ago for the launch of this, and we are back to give it another, what is the word in theater business when you give it a encore? Oh, yeah, it's an encore. We're doing an encore show here because we're going to be talking about the Eufy S1 Pro again today. We had so much fun and so much success with the last stream, we figured, you know what, let's talk about this and give it another stream. That's how much we love this robot vacuum. But first things first, like I just said, my name is indeed Brian McDuff. You might know me as BMac, especially if you've seen my YouTube videos from time to time where I review tech. And like I mentioned, with the S1 Pro here today, you know how these live streams are on the Eufy website. We have some giveaways for you. We have some interactive elements of this live stream. We're even going to be giving away an S1 Pro a little bit later on, if I remember correctly, so that's pretty exciting. But first thing I want to say, before we even get into the nitty-gritty of everything that is available with this vacuum, one of the main features of this live stream is the fact that you could actually get $100 off and two of these for free. I had to figure out where they were for a second. These are accessory kits, and you can get two of these for free by using the promo code S1 Pro Live. Now, in so doing, you will be able to, of course, like I just mentioned, get $100 off in those two free accessory kits. I believe those two accessory kits are valued at over $300. We'll get into what those accessory kits actually are in a few minutes, but I do want to make sure you're aware that that promo code S1 Pro Live for those benefits is only going to be available for the first 50 buyers. Now, last time we were live streaming, that promo code got used up and sold out pretty darn quick. So you have a second chance here today. If you want to take advantage of that promo code, which is a live stream exclusive, do it now. Do not hesitate. And like I mentioned, yes, we do have a bunch of other opportunities here throughout the live stream that's going to be exciting also for, like I said, some giveaways that we'll be going over and all that. But that is the main takeaway here. Use that promo code to your advantage because that is going to be how you could snag, again, $100 off and those two free accessory kits, but only for the first 50 buyers. S1 Pro Live. But like I said, this is a Eufy live stream. I don't know if you guys have heard of Eufy before. Chances are you have. That's why you're here on this website. But I actually got first introduced to Eufy probably about, I'm going to say 5 years ago. Probably a little bit longer, actually. I don't know. The last several years have been a blur. There's been so much great tech. This is going to be considered one of those pieces of tech that I'm going to remember for quite some time, simply because of how much I personally use this on a daily basis. But Eufy's actually been around for close to a decade now. And you might be aware of their security, different kind of security products that they offer, as well, obviously, of their home cleaning products. This one being the latest and greatest offering that I am so excited to talk about. In general, what is this thing? It is a robot vacuum and mop. There's also a base station, which is going to allow the robot vacuum to actually return to that base station, obviously to charge, but also to get rid of the dirty water and also clean itself from time to time. Like I said, there's a lot of information I'm going to be throwing at you, but we're going to go over all of it in this live stream, and I'm very excited, of course, to be able to do so. I like to start things out here by just talking about the robot vacuum in general. One thing I like specifically about this Eufy robot vacuum, probably my favorite feature, is so simple yet so helpful for me, is the fact that there's actually a built-in mopping system that doesn't require you to actually take off the mopping pads or place them back on when you actually want to do a vacuuming and mopping task. What that means is that you don't have to even think about, okay, am I going to be mopping and vacuuming today, just vacuuming? All that is going to be a part of what this is providing. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about here because I want to make sure you can see it. This is going to be, let's go to the overhead view here. This is going to be the robot vacuum itself, and on the back here, this is where you have the awesome roller brush right here. This is built in. This is going to auto retract when you're in vacuuming mode. It is obviously going to be used for mopping mode when you are in the mopping task that you have set up. And I just love the fact that this is an all-in-one solution. You really have so much of the thinking processes of your robot vacuuming and mopping process taken out of it. What I mean by that is basically you don't even have to think what it is you want to do. You don't have to worry about maintaining this thing. This thing is all-in-one in the sense that it is basically going to maintain itself. Now, from time to time, like I mentioned, there are going to be some things you're going to want to keep up on. That is where these accessory kits come in. You have a couple different opportunities here, obviously, to maintain everything. You have a new roller brush, a rolling brush cage. You have your antibacterial dust bags here as well as well as your side brushes, and even a couple other freebies here as well. So these are going to be for prolonging the life of your S1 Pro, even though right out out of the box, I think is pretty awesome that you get a lot that you could rely on here. But I want to just quickly show you the different elements of what is making this S1 Pro so awesome. The first of which, of course, is going to be the fact that you have all these elements on the bottom here. Now, I want to point this out to you. This is one thing that is unique about the S1 Pro that I personally, as a tech reviewer, personally love. The fact that we have all of the little intakes and sensors here pretty much labeled, so you're going to easily be able to see here everything of what this is providing to you and what the different components are. What I mean by that is that here, for instance, we have an auto emptying station that is the base station as part of this S1 Pro package. You have an air in right here, you have a dust out, so that we're going to talk about that later on, but it's just nice to see. That is what that is for. That is what this is for. You have your driving wheels right here, of course your mopping brush that goes along the entire length of the S1 Pro itself. You have your side brushes. Now, in case you don't know what these side brushes are, they actually play a pretty important part in the vacuuming process of your robot vacuum. And what that is that while you are running your robot vacuum, these are going to be constantly rotating inward. Now, what that means is that any kind of obstacles or debris that are off here to the side are going to be pushed into the front of the vacuum and therefore in the path of the vacuum itself. So you have this little rotating brush right here. Anything that's off to the side is going to be pushed inside the vacuum and it's going to be sucked up accordingly. That essentially extends the range and the path in which you are doing a vacuuming process. I just love that. You have a little directional wheel right here. You have a floor detect sensor, and you're going to notice, I'm not going to go over all the sensors, but you're going to notice a lot of the different sensors throughout. This is all going to help this robot vacuum be so accurate as it relates to the tasks that it's undertaking. And of course, this is also helpful if you're using this on multiple floors, because if you happen to be using this on a second floor example with an exposed stairwell, this is going to allow this to not go down the stairs. There's obviously a sensor specifically dedicated to sensing if this thing is hanging off the stairs, and then we'll obviously backtrack accordingly, allowing you to use this on multiple floors without any kind of problems, which I absolutely love. Again, here's your rotating brush right here. Another cool thing I like specifically about this brush, that's the vacuuming brush, is that it is silicone rubber based. What this allows is, I think, longer durability. It's going to last longer than your bristle based brushes that you usually have in vacuum cleaners. And then also, this is going to allow for less, whether it be human hair, pet hair, string, yarn, whatever is hanging around, it is less likely to be tightly wrapped around this, and it's therefore going to be put directly into the dustbin, which all in all I think is important. It's going to allow for less tangled messes. And that is obviously going to allow for more effective cleaning altogether. That's just what's on the underside of the vacuum. There's so much more around the vacuum itself. Obviously, the design itself is pretty awesome. We're going to talk specifically about the design elements that went into the robot vacuum itself, as well as the base station a little later on in the stream. But while we're on the subject, I just love the color combination here. Let's actually go to the overhead. I want to show you this real quick before we get into the other stuff. This is going to be a nice little silver and black color combination here, which I love. And it has a nice rounded finish. This is a robot vacuum I actually like to show off. Some people like to hide their robot vacuum setups. I honestly don't mind having this out, and even if I'm having guests over, I don't mind this thing running because it looks so futuristic and so cool. But the point I wanted to bring this up here, talking about the design, is because on the top part, you do have this little cover, which you could remove, which is going to give you access to the dustbin itself, which is going to allow you to replace the filter from time to time when that time comes. And then you also could see that there's an auto empty part of this in combination with the base station as well. But this is where you're going to be able to control your power, your Wi-Fi reset, all of that. And then it's nicely covered up here simply with this nice little cover. On the back, you do have your water intake, and you also, somewhere here as well, you have your water outtake, which is going to be obviously where the dirty water is removed from the S1 Pro. You're going to see you have your always clean mop. I can't wait to talk about that. That is an awesome feature in and of itself. And then on the side over here, you're going to see true coarse mapping. This thing literally could see almost like a human eye can see, mostly completely in part because of this 3D matrix eye system. Look at the way that thing glistens in the light. Oh, it just looks so cool. This thing quite literally will pretty much get you as close almost as possible as you can, like I said, to a human eye, which means this thing is going to be able to detect obstacles no problem. It's going to give you very efficient cleaning. It basically will see where it is and know how to go about its cleaning task efficiently and accordingly. This is also going to allow you to avoid any kind of static or dynamic obstacles. So if you have a pet, for instance, this is going to be able to be detected with that 3D matrix eye. So that is in general everything that we have here for the overall design elements. You're also going to see you do have your access to your different task options. So if you wanted the robot vacuum to return home, there's a dedicated button for that. There is also going to be a play and pause button, as I call it. It's basically just your task control here on the front, which I like. And this is a little bit difficult to see, but I do want to point out here, yeah, it's very difficult to see on the stream actually, but in between these two plastic components right here, within the robot vacuum itself, there's a little scanning functionality as well that I noticed not too long ago when I was using this, which is all putting all that into the overall 3D Matrix Eye system, which is allowing this to be advanced as it is, which I think is absolutely awesome. But like I said, from a design perspective, pretty awesome. Here's something else I want to specifically show you. I have not witnessed a lot of robot vacuums that are able to rotate like this. This is like 360-degree rotation. A lot of robot vacuums, you actually have to go up and it'll start to turn. This thing, it is remarkable. It could basically rotate on a pinpoint axis here. It is crazy. I have so much fun just doing this on the stream, showing it going around, because it is so fluid and so smooth. That is in part what's going to provide it with the cleaning capabilities that it has, but of course at the same time, that is going to allow for some robust obstacle avoidance like we mentioned earlier. However, I do want to make sure we leave enough time to get into the specific elements of the mopping system. Not only is it a mopping system that will allow you to, like I mentioned earlier, vacuum and mop without having to worry about replacing, taking off mopping pads or anything like that. There's a mop built in that is also cleaning itself while it is cleaning the hardwood floors or the tile floors, your hard surfaces that you have this robot vacuum on. I love that. We're going to show you a specific demonstration of how that works here in just a second, but that is what I think is so cool and why this does such a great job at cleaning. Like I mentioned, this is obviously a live stream that I'm hosting for you guys, but I have personally been using this S1 Pro for the last, I think, a couple months now, ever since I got this. I got it a little bit earlier than the public release to get acquainted with it for the launch stream, of course. So I've actually been using it even before it got publicly launched, and I instantly fell in love with it because it's just been a one-stop solution for all my cleaning needs. So from a personal standpoint, that's also why you might actually see here there's a little bit of water coming out here on the actual stream table, and that's just because I'm holding the vacuum in different weird ways. But the point is, you see this here with different, it might not be completely squeaky clean because I'm actually using this robot vacuum on a daily basis, which is why it doesn't look brand new and shiny perhaps right out of the box, but that's okay. It's because you guys know I actually have personal experience with this thing. However, with that having been said, let me show you exactly what I'm talking about here as it relates to the mopping system. This thing auto cleans while it is actually doing its mopping process. What I mean by that is there is a mop here. We already showed you this. This practically looks brand new, by the way. This looks almost like it did at the day one when I took it out of the box, and a part of that has to do with the always clean mop. Now, that means that there's a mop here that will clean the floor, obviously, but also while it is cleaning itself in action, which of course is ensuring top-notch cleanliness and, like we keep mentioning, efficiency. Now, I actually have a mop process video here I want to show you. This is how this works. Obviously, a lot of this is taking place within the robot vacuum itself, so this is a great graphic for you to be able to kind of see, almost like with x-ray vision, what's going on the inside. You can see as the robot vacuum is going through its mopping process, not only is it going to clean up anything that is on the floor as it relates to dirt, spills, or grime, stickiness, anything like that, but it is designed in such a way where the mop itself is going to be scraping dirt 170 times per minute. This mop is going to be rotating and scraping dirt off of itself and placing it into the dirty water tank 170 times per minute. And that's another thing to point out here, is that you do have dual water tanks here in the S1 Pro. So obviously this mopping system is going to be consistently using clean water, and we'll get into that in more detail because it's not just clean water. It's really cool clean water, the way that works. But there's a separate tank for the clean water, there's a separate tank for the dirty water, and obviously with this working at spinning and scraping dirt 170 times per minute, the wet dirt is going to be continuously squeezed from the mop and placed into that dirty water tank, while at the same time you have ozone water, which is so cool, mixed with a little bit of cleaning solution from the clean water tank that is going to continuously not only rinse the mop, but ensure cleanliness as well. I love this. Why this is important might be a little bit obvious, but in case it's not obvious to you, you are constantly going to be working with a clean mopping brush here. What that means is that you're not going to be just taking dirtiness on the floor and spreading it around. A lot of other mops will simply just dampen whatever kind of mopping system that you're using and just kind of scrape it across the floor. It might get rid of the direct place where whatever it is, mud, juice. I have a little niece who visits often, and when it's eating time, when it's food time for her, a lot of stuff ends up on the floor, and it leaves a lot of sticky residue behind. We'll get into why I love this vacuum for that process and that whole situation in a little bit later on. But what I'm saying is that other vacuums might just take that stickiness and literally just spread it out. Not so here with the S1 Pro, because you have dual water tanks. You have the clean water tank and the dirty water tank, and what you're able to do, again, is separate the two. You're drawing clean water from the clean water tank, which is obviously going to be used so that this mopping here, this mopping brush, is going to be consistently clean while you're going through the mopping process, but at the same time, that is going to make sure that you are keeping the actual vacuum clean itself. So it's cleaning itself while it's cleaning your floors, which overall is a much more efficient process. If you wanted to just look at this, I'm going to show it real close to the camera here. Look how clean this mopping pad is, and I have probably cleaned over 24 times now. I've mopped over 24 times specifically with this mopping pad, and this is clean as clean can get, even just by looking at it. And again, that has to do with that system we were just talking about here, where it has that auto clean process, that always clean mop. And I just love the fact that, of course, that with the dual water tanks and that 170 times per minute scraping process where the roller mop is scraping that dirt off, you're just constantly having clean water, a clean mopping brush here that you are working with, which keeps the overall process so much more efficient and leaving you at the end of the day with a much cleaner outcome. Your floors are going to be noticeably cleaner because of this. So if in the past you've used other robot vacuums or robot mops, obviously, that are going to be not having this kind of sophistication level in it, what you are working with in those situations might be where you're just spreading everything out. That's not really solving the problem. It's just lessening it. This is actually removing the problem in the sense that it is removing all that dirt, all the debris, whatever else is on your floors, putting it into the dirty water tank while at the same time cleaning the mopping brush itself. It literally takes that clean water, pours it over the mopping brush, and at the same time, 170 times per minute, this mopping brush is scraping itself. So it's literally squeezing that dirty water out. It's essentially the same thing as if you were to be just scrubbing with a typical mop and rinsing out the water. It's the same thing, except this thing is doing it 170 times per minute, whereas I probably do it once every 15 minutes. I'm not the best at, well, that's not, maybe that's exaggerating a little bit, but I haven't actually mopped in years because I've been using different kind of robot vacuums, and in this case, obviously the S1 Pro, to do that mopping process for me. But in the past, when I was mopping, you know, I would mop, I would scrub pretty hard, and then once every couple of minutes, I would actually rinse out the water. My philosophy is if the mop was still wet, it was still cleaning. And realistically, that's not always the case here. You need to be consistently dealing or using a clean mop. The S1 Pro takes that into consideration. It is just remarkable. Again, if you wanted to visualize this, how it works for you, it's almost the same thing as if you were to mop by hand. You mop once, you rinse the water. You mop once, you rinse the water. That is 170 times per minute. That is essentially what this S1 Pro is doing, which I'm obviously a huge fan of. But again, in addition to that, it's not just the fact that you're using all this clean water. There's some other tech specs that go into here as well. So what I mean by that is specifically with the downward pressure. This thing has a kilogram of downward pressure. I forget the exact conversion. That's a couple of pounds worth of downward pressure. So when this is actually going through the mopping process and that mop is working, what this is doing is putting a kilogram of pressure downward. I consider that elbow grease, if you will, right? Elbow grease is essentially if you were to be taking your rag or mop, whatever you're using to actually scrub. If you were to get on your hands and knees and scrub your own floors, picture a kilogram of pressure. That is the equivalent of what is being provided here specifically with the S1 Pro, which I'm obviously a huge fan of because that is going to give you that much more robustness as it works with the cleaning process. So again, other mopping situations on other robot vacuums might not have that kind of level of downward pressure, and it's just light little scrubs. You don't want that. You want this thing to be scrubbing rather hard, and a kilogram of downward pressure is in part what's allowing that. Now, like I mentioned, there's a whole bunch of different ways you could use this in your daily life, from the vacuuming to the mopping. But in addition to that, we mentioned earlier the actual distance that you have here for the roller brush here, which is going to pick up your solid debris off of your hard floors, but also off your rug. I just wanted to specifically call out this right here. Look at the length of this roller brush. This is a 290 millimeter industry longest mop that is built into the S1 Pro. So each pass that this thing makes with this super clean mop itself, this mopping brush, this is covering a wide path. It is practically, it is for all intents and purposes edge to edge here. This is not something you usually see. Usually it's smaller, about half or 3/4 the size of the mop. Not on the S1 Pro. This thing is the full length, 290 millimeters, which again is allowing for better efficiency. But that also means that each pass that this thing is making is covering that much more square area, which I personally love. And then if you do want to take into consideration the tech spec detail with the actual suction power here, 8,000 Pascal units of potent suction power. I think I've dealt with around 3,000 to 4,000 Pascal units of suction power on other robot vacuums in the past. And I used to think, okay, that's pretty sufficient. That's getting the job done. But with 8,000 Pascal units PA suction power here, this is incredibly important because it's not only going to have the ability of getting and sucking up any debris off your hard floors, but especially your rugs. That's going to take care of anything that's laying on top. But the more suction power, the more of a deep clean that the vacuum is capable of. And here specifically as it relates to the S1 Pro, this means that you're going to be able to deeply go into the grooves of that carpet and suck out things that you might not even be able to see there. So whether it be pollen, dirt, pet hair, you name it, all of that odor-causing debris that could be deeply embedded in the rug, the higher the suction power, the more easily the robot vacuum is going to be able to suck out those perhaps deeply embedded components and debris of whatever is in the rug, and therefore leaving you with noticeably cleaner rugs, but at the same time, better smelling rooms, because you're not going to have any kind of mildew or dampness or any kind of smell like that where things are getting trapped in the rug and causing those odors. This S1 Pro is not only doing a fantastic job at having top-notch and top-level performance as it relates to mopping, but also with the vacuuming, because that is giving the ability, again, to go deep into that rug and take out anything that might be deeply embedded into it. I personally love that because, again, in my mind, if you're going to be going through a vacuuming and a mopping process, it's awesome to be able to do that autonomously here with the robot vacuum, but also at a very high performance level. If you want this to be truly a replacement for your own vacuuming and mopping, you're going to want a robot vacuum and mop that has the tech specs like the S1 Pro has, because that way this is actually going to be able to replace you. In fact, in many situations, do better than you might be able to do mopping and vacuuming yourself. I don't know about you, but even though I talk about elbow grease when I'm mopping, for example, this thing with that kilogram of downward pressure sometimes might even be doing a better job than I am. I get kind of tired. Again, it's been a while since I've mopped, but when I used to mop, I wasn't giving it my full effort the entire mopping time. I got a little tired halfway through and maybe I was slacking a little bit. The S1 Pro is not going to slack. It is going to have that kilogram of downward pressure. It's going to have that 8,000 Pascal units of suction power, and it is going to be rinsing and scraping itself, getting all that dirt and debris off of the roller mopping brush itself 170 times per minute. All these tech specs here are making this thing an absolute game changer as it relates to everything that you are able to take care of with this S1 Pro. But I also wanted to show you this, which is pretty important. This we alluded to just a few minutes ago. This is the Eco Clean that is built into the S1 Pro, the Eco Clean Ozone. Now, what you're looking at right now is how this looks when it is being generated in the clean water tank on the base station. So on the S1 Pro base station, you actually have a base station that is going to use the clean water tank here, obviously for clean water, but it is equipped with an ozone generator that utilizes the tap water to produce the ozone, which is pretty awesome because that's going to give you the ability of very quickly and easily using cleaner water that has a sterilization rate of up to 99.99%. I love this. I experienced this firsthand. I'm actually going to show you in just a second a picture of what it looked like on my S1 Pro. But this is what I was talking about earlier. You're not just using clean water. You are using clean water where the base station is actually not only taking just general tap water, but using sterilized water at a sterilization rate of up to 99.99%, which is awesome because that is giving you the ability of using clean water, not just on the mopping brush itself, but across all your floors. There's also a little bit of cleaning solution that is automatically extracting and using in that clean water tank with the S1 Pro as well. We're going to get into that. But first, since we have so many people in this live stream, I want to make sure you guys are knowing that this is an engaging live stream. Hopefully you're having fun. Hopefully you're learning a question or two. We have the good people on the Eufy team answering your questions in the live stream chat. But do not forget that there is a promo code here. You could use the promo code S1PRO-LIVE. That is a live stream exclusive. This sold out very quickly last time. As soon as my producer in my ear is going to tell me that that is sold out, I'm going to announce it to you, and then it's gone. So if you don't want to miss out on this promo code, use it before it is entirely claimed. S1PRO-LIVE. That is going to get you $100 off your very own S1 Pro. And then at the same time, Eufy is also being kind enough to add in here 2 free accessory kits. These are going to allow your S1 Pro to last years, if we're being honest, because this is going to give you the accessories that you're going to need to prolong the overall life of your S1 Pro. This thing is going to last very long out of the box, but if you wanted to have this top-notch cleaning experience we keep talking about, this accessory kit comes with all the things you need to maintain your S1 Pro, because it's a robot vacuum. It is a machine. It is going to have worn parts over time. The side brushes eventually are going to need replacing, so all that is taken into consideration with these accessory kits. These are going to be free. You get 2 of them. I think this is valued, like I said, at over $300 here. 2 of those for free, plus $100 off your S1 Pro if you use that promo code S1PRO-LIVE. Awesome to be able to have that. And also, don't forget, in just a few minutes here, we're going to be doing our very first giveaway on this live stream. We have a very exciting giveaway here. I'll explain how that works. We're getting very close to it. The last thing I do want to mention here is related again to this cleaning demonstration, and then I feel like it's time for a giveaway pretty soon after that. So let me just finish up what I was talking about here with the S1 Pro. You can't actually see it, but within this S1 Pro, there are those dual water tanks, the clean water tank and the dirty water tank. But what is giving you that clean water has to do with this Eco Clean right here. Now, the Eco Clean is pretty cool, this Eco Clean ozone generator. It is essentially, again, just taking something as simple as your tap water and providing it with ozone water that has a sterilization rate of up to 99.99%. I absolutely love that, because that is giving the ability of just using your general tap water right out of the sink, just like I do, and then using that clean water. Now, you'll notice here in the graphic that you currently see on your screen, that first tank that is being placed there, that is going to be the cleaning solution. So the cleaning solution is, this is the S1 Pro base station is perfectly calibrated to take just as much cleaning solution as it needs to mix with the Eco Clean ozone water, again, with that sterilization rate of up to 99.99%, which is going to give you the opportunity of having the perfect amount of clean water with the perfect level of cleaning solution already measured out for you right in it, which I personally like. Listen, I trust the Eco Clean here. I like that ozone that the Eco Clean ozone generator is creating with that sterilization rate, but I like a little cleaning solution. I don't know if it's a mental thing or not, doesn't matter. The S1 Pro is automatically taking care of that for you. And I personally love this from a personal standpoint because, like I mentioned a few minutes ago in this live stream, I have a little baby niece. She's about to turn 1 pretty darn soon, but she is very, very much in the crawling phase right now. So she's all over the floors. And obviously, if they're crawling on their hands and knees, your little ones, they like to put things in their mouths. They're gonna grab whatever it is that they have, toys off the floor, even their own hands, and they're gonna place their hands or their toys in their mouth. It's just what these little ones do. So I could feel much more rest assured knowing that the floors on which my little niece is crawling on are sterilized at that up to 99.99% sterilization rate because of the Eco Clean ozone generated water that came just from regular tap water, and then also that slight cleaning solution that is added there as well. I love this. Now I could have the niece over and say, you know what? Go crazy. Crawl everywhere. Put your hands in your mouth after if you must. And I don't have to worry about it because they are clean floors. This is especially important because when my niece comes over, guess who else comes over? My sister's dog, a beautiful, very nice black lab. But the problem is that little dog, Skeeter is his name. He's not little at all, actually. He's pretty big. We call him the big galoot. He's a big tub of a black lab. But anyway, the point is, what he does is slobbers quite a bit. And obviously, I don't want that bacteria-ridden slobber all over the floor. So the S1 Pro, as soon as the dog is gone, will do its cleaning process and once again get those floors in top-notch quality, which I love. Last thing I want to mention here, specifically as it relates to the mopping pad here, and then we're going to do our first giveaway, so get excited for that. But I wanted to show you this. Like I mentioned earlier, without you needing specifically a different kind of detachable mopping situation here. The mopping brush itself, you don't have to worry about putting it on or taking it off like you do other robot vacuum and mopping robots. The idea here is that this will auto retract into itself. Now what this means is that you have 12mm auto retraction, which is where the S1 Pro, when it detects a carpet in its navigated path, what it's going to do is actually auto-retract itself into its own robot body, ensuring that this obviously is remaining dry and ensuring obviously that the rugs are remaining dry. Because you don't want to, if you can help it, obviously drag your mopping brush that is used for cleaning hard surfaces such as your tile floors or your wooden floors with your mopping brush. This is awesome. The 12mm auto retraction is going to take the mopping brush, and as soon as this detects a carpet, literally lift that mopping brush into itself. I actually have a little graphic here I want to show you specifically of this in action. Let's go to this right here. This is what it looks like as soon as the S1 Pro detects that carpet. Look, oh, we're on a carpet. Auto track that baby into the S1 Pro robot body itself. That is completely taking the mopping component of this S1 Pro out of the equation when it is going through its the vacuum only process. I love this. Again, this is obviously going to keep the mop in good condition, but it's also going to keep your rugs clean, but at the same time dry, because you are not mopping the rugs. The rugs. I clearly love that this is providing you with the ability of having all this taken together into a fantastic kind of self-contained system here. Now, like I mentioned, I do also want to point out that you have the EcoClean. This is the picture I was talking about. I literally took a picture of this in action. This is the EcoClean Ozone here, which is providing you with the ozone water, the sterilization rate of up to 99.99% sterilized water here. This was so cool I had to just snap a picture of it myself. It's a little bit difficult to see specifically here, so I did take a video of it that shows it a little bit better. You can see it almost looks like wispy fog in there. That is the EcoClean Ozone generator generating this within that water that I took directly from the sink, that tap water, and it provides this wispy kind of ozone generation. So cool. It's one of those things, I actually didn't realize this till I think it was a couple weeks ago when I just happened to be looking at the base station. I refilled the clean water tank with some tap water. I placed that down, and right away, I was able to see that this was starting to be created, which I think is pretty awesome. Just right there, the EcoClean Ozone generator doing its job. And by the way, this is the clean water tank. It's a little bit difficult to see here, but you'll notice how crystal clear. Look, I could do this whole stream with me just looking through it if I wanted to. This EcoClean Ozone generator there is pretty awesome, and that is what you're going to be able to see being generated when you if you were to just fill this up with tap water, you place it on the base station, that right there is what you're seeing. It looks like a little cone shape there, and if it wasn't for these little air bubbles in there, it would say actually EcoClean Ozone, which is pretty awesome, and that is what is generating that clean water, at the same time drawing a little bit of that cleaning solution that is in a separate tank as well. Now, we're going to be talking more about this in just a few minutes. This is the dirty water tank compared to what you just looked at. You can't even see through it. That still blows my mind. We're going to show that to you in more detail, but I think we're about ready to have our first giveaway here on our live stream. So here's how this is going to work. You're going to see a question card popping up on your live stream. There's going to be a question. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is click on that question card, answer the question, and enter your email. Do this on the question card. Do not put your email on the live stream. No one wants, I'm sure some people want your email out there, but we don't want the people who want your email to get it when they're not supposed to have it. We want to make sure we can contact you if you are the winner. So put it in the actual question card. Don't put it on the live chat area, of course. Now, this is going to be for an indoor cam. An indoor cam E220. We're just going to be giving away this to the 25 winners. So all you have to do again to enter is answer the question card we have here. The question is going to be, how many times can the roller mop scrape off dirt per minute? We mentioned this several times, so hopefully you know the answer to this. Again, the question is, how many times can the roller mop scrape off dirt per minute? And all you have to do is click on that question card, enter your email, enter your answer. The winners will be notified via email within 24 hours. So we're going to randomly draw 25 of those winners. An indoor cam E220. That is what you're able to provide. We're able to provide you with here as a giveaway. So all you got to do. Now, here's the thing. I want to interact with the chat a little bit. Don't put your answers yet, because we still want to make this challenging. But if you've already entered into this giveaway, do me a favor and comment in the live chat right now with an emoji expressing how you're feeling about the S1 Pro. All you gotta do is just pick out an emoji, find an emoji that resonates with how you're feeling about the S1 Pro right now, and throw that in the live chat. I love to see how you guys are feeling about this. We have a heart eyes emoji, we have a 100 emoji, we have another heart eyes emoji, several heart eye emojis, a heart. Wow, I like the heart eye emojis. We got a lot of heart eye emojis out there, which is a pretty good sign. Let me just tell you right now, yes, I would very much agree. If I were to pick out an emoji to represent how I feel about the S1 Pro, it'd probably be heart eye emojis as well. We got some hand clapping emojis. Let's see, we got some hearts, very cool. We got some, what do you call that, by the way? Like a confetti emoji? Is that what it is? Like the party confetti emoji? We got that from LED console 51137. We have interactive mouse with a clapping hands emoji. We have curved tracker with a confetti emoji. AJC with a hand emoji, love that. Yes, we also have the heart eyes emoji from Amber here. We got a bunch of you guys letting me know. I love that. Pretty awesome. Fantastic. Yes. So, like I mentioned, however, there's a giveaway going on right now. If you're just joining us on this live stream, all you have to do is answer that question card that is popping up right now. It's only going to be up for a few more seconds, few more minutes, and as soon as my producer tells me in the ear that we are going to be closing that contest, I'll give you a quick little heads up, and then it'll be gone until the next giveaway. But all you have to do to enter is click on that question card and answer the question, how many times can the roller mop in the S1 Pro scrape dirt per minute? I'll give you a hint. It's a 3-digit number, and we said it several times throughout the course of this live stream. Again, just click on that question card, enter your email, enter your answer, and we are going to be giving that away. But let's see. We're going to be closing it out. I'll give you a 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay, so that first giveaway is closed. We are going to select 25 winners of that indoor cam. Just for joining this live stream, we like to give back to you, so appreciate you for joining. But now that that first giveaway is closed, let me know in the comments what the answer is. I know the answer. I want to see how many of you know it. Write it down. We have an answer of 333. Not correct, but let's see if we have anyone else there. How many times? How many times can the cleaner mop actually scrape dirt off per minute? 170, 170, 170, 170. Yes, you guys have been paying attention. Congratulations. The answer is indeed 170. So the mopping brush actually, while it is getting rinsed essentially with clean water, that Eco Clean ozone clean water, it is actually scraping off any kind of dirt that is in the mopping brush itself 170 times per minute. I'm going to show this to you one more time because I just think it's so awesome here. This is what it looks like. Let's see if we get, there we go, so you guys can see it more clearly. This is how it works as it is cleaning up the debris. It is using clean water from that clean water tank to pour it over the mopping brush itself. So it obviously is using a clean brush to begin with, and then it also is just scraping off all that dirtiness that is on the mopping brush 170 times per minute. So congratulations to everyone who got that answer correct. Congratulations if you entered the giveaway. We will be notifying those 25 winners by email within 24 hours, so fantastic to be able to see that here. So many of you entering and getting it correct. Appreciate that. But again, throughout the entire course of this live stream, don't forget you do have that promo code you could take advantage of. The first 50 users of that promo code being S1 Pro Live, the first 50 users of that promo code are going to be able to snag $100 off the S1 Pro, and at the same time, you can get 2 free accessory kits valued at over $300 total with those 2 free accessory kits, but that's only for the first 50 users. As soon as that promo code is completely claimed, it's gone, and there's no bringing it back until maybe another live stream down the road. But for today, it's only during the course of this live stream, and it is only until it has been completely used up, the first 50 users. So as soon as my producer Alex tells me in my ear that that is claimed, it's gone. So take advantage of it while you can. It is still available from what I'm being told, so S1 Pro Live, but this is only the surface of everything that the S1 Pro Live is capable of. We still have so much to get to, which is actually kind of crazy when you think about it, considering everything that we've already talked about. But here's a little bit of an example of me using the S1 Pro in my own living room. I just love, first of all, you're gonna notice here LED lights throughout, not only the S1 Pro itself, but also on the base station, as we're about to show you a little bit later on. But I just wanted to point out the LED lights just add an overall futuristic and very modern flair to the S1 Pro design itself. I absolutely love that. I think there's just something about it that, again, makes me feel almost like I want to show this robot vacuum off if I have guests over, because it just is so awesome to see the design elements that went into this. But this is me using it in my living room. You can see once it's oriented itself and it knows exactly where it is, it's going through a very efficient process of going up and down the different rows that is calculated out for itself. And I think it's pretty awesome to be able to have this here, because this is giving you the ability of having, again, an efficient cleaning process. Now, we're going to get into the app in just a few minutes here. But one thing I wanted to bring your attention to is the fact that you do have an app that is the companion app for the S1 Pro, which allows you to really have a full hands-on approach to your entire cleaning process. What I mean by this is, with the 3D Matrix Eye that we're going to be talking about in just a few minutes here in great detail, with that, you're able to completely map out the different areas in which you're using the S1 Pro. And what I love about that is that that gives you control over individual rooms. So say, for instance, you wanted the S1 Pro to, because you have a lot of tracking in the kitchen, for example. You're cooking a lot, things splatter, or the dog is constantly in the kitchen area, obviously for the smell of cooking food, or whatever the case may be. If you have certain areas that you want the S1 Pro to actually do an even more robust cleaning process on, within the S1 Pro app, you could actually configure it to go over an area 2 times if you want. You could also configure the amount of suction power, also the amount of water that is used, so the actual water level. So for instance, I have a dining room where I only go in a few times per year for special occasions, so it's not very imperative that I clean that very, very often. I do have that in my regular scheduled task programming here with the S1 Pro, but I also do have the ability of programming my actual cleaning task process of using a lot of water and going through the kitchen twice, and using a smaller amount of water and going through the dining room once. I just wanted to bring that to your attention, because as you see these different B-rolls here of me using the S1 Pro in my own home here, it's pretty awesome that I have that ability of completely customizing that cleaning process. And in addition to that, you will receive alerts. This has not happened to me yet, because things have been pretty awesome, and I think, like I said, the durability and lifetime of all the components of the S1 Pro are going to be probably longer than you may expect. But when the time comes to replace the side brushes, for example, you are going to be told that within the S1 Pro app when it's probably time to do that, and that is, again, where these accessory kits come into play, because that is where you would just swap out the side brushes and you're keeping your S1 Pro running like brand new, just like it was the day you took it out of the box. So I love that. That is where the companion app comes into play. But back to the overall design here of the S1 Pro, we keep alluding to the fact that this thing has a spaceship kind of design here. If you were to think of a sports car, a streamlined spaceship kind of design, that is what you would get here with the S1 Pro. You have this very nice silver and black color combination, which I personally like, but you also do, even though it is so robust in what it is capable of as it relates to the cleaning process for mopping and vacuuming, in addition to that, it has a rather compact design here. And you can see that you have a very nice, rather compact design for all that it is holding within itself. And at the same time, I personally like these very rounded edges. This adds to an overall very modernistic flair, again, to the design. And this carries over as well to the base station. So here's a picture of my base station set up, and you can see there's the S1 Pro docked and charging. But the base station very nicely complements the S1 Pro vacuum and mopping robot itself. You can see you have the streamlined design here. The base station, probably even more than the S1 Pro vacuum itself, represents like a spaceship. It literally looks like a spaceship with those rounded edges, the rounded corners. And this is obviously breaking away from the conventional arrangement of other product base stations, and it's adding an overall compact integrated design. You have this sleek square body, and on the S1 Pro itself, by the way, you actually do have a very, rather, like I keep mentioning, a rather compact body here. This right here, if you were to measure this, once it is obviously on your surface that you are vacuuming or mopping, a 96mm ultra slim body, which I personally love. This is actually what's giving you the ability. If you look at this right here, this is the S1 Pro going around my chair. Let's see if we can get actually a better, this might be a better angle right here. It's loading the video up for us right now. But look, this is how this S1 Pro is actually able to go under chairs that I have set up around my house, for example. And it is very easily able to go under these because of the small clearance size that it has. Only 96mm, which effectively gives it an ultra slim body, which will allow you to vacuum under these different chairs or benches or anywhere else that might be a little harder to reach with a traditional hand-pushed vacuum cleaner. Look at this. This is going under the chair without any kind of problem. I can guarantee you, I do not clean under this chair with an actual hand vacuum cleaner nearly as effectively as the S1 Pro does. Are you ready for this? This is about to be my favorite part coming up on this. I think it's about to make this, what? Yep, hold on, it's coming. Here we go. It's gonna do it pretty, did it already do it? I don't know if it did yet. My favorite part of the S1 Pro is when it actually goes around the chair leg. It is just so unique in the sense that I think if we, you know, I have a B-roll specifically for this. Let's just go right to it. Here we go. This is it when I, look at that! Oh my goodness, I just love when the S1 Pro goes around the chair legs like this because it is such a close, well-calculated cleaning process that, again, we keep mentioning the word efficiency, but that is exactly what the S1 Pro has as it relates to its vacuum power. It is able to detect that this is a chair leg and say, okay, I'm gonna go around that as close as possible with an awesome rotational capability right there. That is kind of in line with what I was mentioning very early in the stream, where you're able to literally like put this around on a 360-degree kind of rotation. I love that. That is so well designed, and that is what is giving you the ability to get into those hard to reach areas, not only like around a chair leg, for example, but also with perhaps under a bed. If you wanted to vacuum under the bed and you have enough clearance there, 96 millimeters is the ultra slim body height of the S1 Pro, and that is going to give you the ability, of course, of very easily getting into those harder to reach areas. But I also did want to go back to this base station here for a second. This base station, it is not just a matter of looking cool. It obviously has a very nice aesthetic and a very futuristic spaceships, race car kind of style design. And part of this has to do, of course, with the see-through water tank there. So that water tank, that clean water tank we just talked about, I'm going to show it to you here because this is see-through, and no, that's the dirty water one. The dirty water one is also see-through, which is cool, and that could allow you to see how dirty your water actually is. But this is the clean water tank right here. We showed this a little bit earlier. This is, I literally just took this out of my base station. So this was on my base station about 10 minutes before the live stream, and this is what it looks like. It is a clear, I want to move the vacuum out of the way for just a second so you can see what I'm talking about. A see-through water tank, which adds to the overall design of the S1 Pro base station. But in addition to that, the cool thing about this is that this is also not only going to give you the ability of seeing through it, but seeing specifically the EcoClean ozone generator in action. We showed that to you a little bit earlier. I just like that because it gives you the ability of seeing that and that wispiness where the ozone's being generated. It's so cool. This is also complemented by the fact that there's an LED ring light built in. This is cool. It's not just for looks because it is giving you sort of a, I guess you could say, an activity status of the robot vacuum. For instance, this is see-through, so it can obviously see the water level in the clean water tank, but at the same time, if this were to be too low and I needed to add clean water to the clean water tank and I just happened, or didn't happen to look at it and I couldn't see the level just by looking through the see-through plastic, that LED ring light built in, you might be able to see it there. It's obviously not lit up currently, but the LED ring light could actually turn from that cool white color to a red color, and it'll flash. And that's awesome. I could just look at it, and I can see, oh, shoot, I gotta do something, and I'll easily be able to see on the S1 Pro what it is I need to do. Now, speaking of being able to see what it is I need to do, there is also going to be an LED touch panel on the top part of the base station here, which if you take a closer look here, this is what it looks like, and this is obviously going to give you the ability of controlling everything you need as it relates to tasks with your S1 Pro, literally at the touch of a button here. This is going to allow you to return home. You could actually switch between vacuuming and mopping mode or just vacuuming mode right here. That is what the far right button is for. And then you also have your play, pause, task button control in the middle there. But on the left, you'll see that is an actual LED, is it LED? No, LCD touch control panel there with that screen that is going to give you the ability of seeing not only what kind of process you're currently in or what you need to do as it relates to perhaps adding water if your clean water tank is out of water. Right here, you can see from this picture that I took on my own base station, it was letting me know the battery percentage of the S1 Pro. So at this point in time when I took this photo, 97% charged up. It's more or less effectively ready for an entire cleaning process at that point. But taking this even a step back, in addition to that being a very cool LCD touch control panel, this means you don't need to ever even open up the app if you didn't want to. Once you've configured your general cleaning process, your different kind of rooms, you could even take it a step further from what we told earlier. Like I said, you could pick if you wanted to go over a certain area twice or just once. You could control the suction power. You could also control how much water is actually used in the mopping part of this. If you wanted to also control which rooms are going, the S1 Pro is going to first, first, you could do that within the app as well. Once you've set up that go-to routine, as I like to call it, like your default routine, right from this LCD touch panel here is where you actually have the ability of starting your cleaning process, and you can literally at the touch of a button start the vacuum cleaner, and it'll be used with just using the touch buttons without ever even having to open up the app. So pretty awesome that you have that as an option here. I also do think it's pretty cool that you have, essentially, since this is a smart home product, you do have control over this also. I cannot tell you how many times I have been out over the last several weeks running the S1 Pro while I've been running errands. So I just kind of, you know, go through and do my general setup process. Like sometimes I'll move some chairs back. You don't have to clean before you clean, which we're going to talk about when we get into the actual 3D Matrix Eye section. But what my point is that I do like to just back up chairs a little bit, allow the S1 Pro to more easily get around those chair legs. And if I'm running out of the house to run some errands, for example, it's super quick and easy just to be able to, right on the app if I wanted to, start that process, even if I'm not in my house, because it is a smart home product in that sense. I have control and I can see the S1 Pro, the actual map where it's gone and what it's done so far, right within the app, which is so cool. But again, you don't even have to utilize that if you don't want to, because the LCD touch control panel here built into the top part of the base station, super easy to use. Last thing I will say about the base station here as it relates to the actual usability is the fact that you very easily could use this without even having to bend over. This sounds like such a simple little feature here, but I promise you the ergonomic optimal height decision that went into the designing of the S1 Pro base station is awesome. It's designed to be the optimal height based on your ergonomic needs. And what I mean by this is when the time comes to eventually, yes, obviously start the robot vacuum through the LCD touch panel, that touch control panel, if you could control it that way, but if you had to, for instance, empty the dirty water or fill up that clean water tank with some tap water where the EcoClean ozone generator is going to immediately get to work in generating that, all of that can be done without having to bend over super far. I made this joke last time, and I'm gonna say it again here. Once I turned 30 years old, I feel like my body just instantly knew it, and for whatever reason, it is so incredibly easy for me to hurt my back now. I'm not even joking when I'm telling you I have thrown my back out getting a jump scare on some scary TV shows. I have thrown my back out sneezing in the shower. I have thrown my back out dancing around the house in the middle of the day just when a cool song comes on. It happens. When you get older, your back just doesn't like to agree with you all the time. So the more reasons I have in my daily life to take it easy as it relates to my back, the happier I am, the happier my back is. So it might sound silly, but I promise you, this is awesome. You do have rather than a very low and wide base station, Eufy went the other way, essentially, with the S1 Pro and made it much more compact and narrow and went up with it, which I think is awesome. I think that makes more sense because that way you're actually able to, again, take the clean water tank or the dirty water tank out as needed without having to bend over really far. And at the touch of a button right on the LCD touch control panel, you could start the cleaning process as well. I want to quickly show this to you as well because I did mention this earlier. This is the dirty water tank. Now, mind you, okay, I want to make something very clear here. Like I mentioned earlier, I have probably done close to 24 mop cleanings on my hard floors since I received the S1 Pro. That's a lot of mopping jobs. So with that in mind, and with how efficient and clean that mopping pad is, remember, with that 170 times per minute of that dirt being scraped off, with that in mind, the pretty cool thing here with the dirty water tank is that this is still dirty. Meaning, even after 24+ times of mopping, this is so effective at deep cleaning the floors that I swear, if I go outside for just getting the mail and come back inside, any of the dirt that I've tracked in, I'm a barefoot person in the summer. I just don't always wear shoes when I go outside, and whatever I tracked onto the bottom of my feet is going to be tracked inside. With that in mind, this is still so darn dirty, which is such a good sign. This means the S1 Pro is still doing such an effective job at cleaning the areas where I am using this S1 Pro, specifically as it relates to hard surfaces, so my tile floors and my hardwood floors. It is just amazing to me how time and time again, despite me using this so many times, the reason I bring that up is because you might think, okay, obviously your water is going to be very dirty the first couple of times you use the S1 Pro because you probably haven't had that deep of a clean in a while. But after like 24 times using the S1 Pro and mopping every time, almost every time before, but most certainly after my niece and the dog visits, for example, with that many cleanings, you would expect it to not still be cleaning so darn effectively with picking up so much dirt and debris. And yet, all you gotta do is take a look here at this dirty water tank. For comparison purposes, when you do this, it really puts things in perspective. Clean water tank, dirty water tank. Clean water tank, dirty water tank. It is wild. One, you can't see through at all. In fact, if I brought that close enough to the camera, you'd think the camera got shut off. That is how dark this dirty water is. The other one is crystal clear with that beautiful EcoClean ozone generated water. So in case you wanted to know the effectiveness of this, it just still blows my mind how dirty that water can get. And again, I think a part of that just has to do with how deep cleaning the S1 Pro can get and with that self-cleaning process. It is absolutely amazing what Eufy has done here as it relates to design, and I love all of that. But with that in mind, we are going to be getting closer to our second giveaway here, which is pretty awesome. To summarize, I just want to give you a couple quick little summarization points here, which might help you in this second giveaway, by the way. So listen up. Now's your time to take your notes. You have a sports car streamlined kind of build with both the S1 Pro robot vacuum itself as well as with the base station. The compact design is allowing you to have a very futuristic kind of look as it relates to the overall design that the S1 Pro is providing. You have this obvious ergonomic optimal height here where the Eufy team decided to go sort of thinner and higher than lower and wider as it relates to the base station design. And all this is with a very sleek square design where the edges are squared off with the S1 Pro itself as well as with the base station. You have this ultra slim body here, which is 96 millimeters. I love the fact that this is thin enough for you to be able to get under your chairs, get into your harder to reach areas, all complemented, of course, with the user-centered design, both with the see-through water tank, the LCD touch control, all that, but also just in general with the ability of using this in your day-to-day life without having to think much about it. You literally could just go up to the base station, press a button, and you will be good to go. All that built into it. But with that having been said, I'm gonna need a little hype in the chat before we get to this second giveaway question. So if you want to partake in this next giveaway, here's what we're going to be giving away in just a second. We are going to be giving away, see if I can find it here, 10 winners, and this will be for an indoor cam C220. But before we get to that, I gotta see some hype in the chat. Let's throw some emojis in the chat. Give some fire emojis. Give some thumbs up emojis. Give some, whatever you think is a good hype emoji, throw it in the chat. Once I see enough emojis there, that's when we're going to run this second giveaway. So let's see. Oh, I love it. We got some awesome, this is great. Look at this. Look at all these emojis coming in. We got a lot of celebratory emojis coming in. We got a lot of heart. We got some heart eye emojis still. Love it. We got some hand clap emojis. We got some wave emojis. We got some smiley faces. I like this. I like this. There we go. We have a lot of fire emojis there from High Tech Battery. Appreciate all those right there. Oh my gosh, High Tech Battery's going off of the emojis. High Tech Battery out there is killing it. You guys got to match that right there. Let's see some more of those emojis. Let's have like 5 emojis in a row. Okay, we're getting close. We're like at a 7 out of 10 in terms of how close we are to doing the second giveaway. Oh, we got some firework emojis. Okay, that just bumped it up to an 8. We got some bang emojis there. That's a 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we got enough hype. That's awesome. You guys are killing it in this live stream. Appreciate all of you for bringing the energy here and making this so fun for me to host here. But here's the question. It just popped up on your live stream. How thin is the body of the S1 Pro? Hopefully you were listening in those last couple of minutes because I did specifically call out the answer there. I knew it was coming. I knew what the question was. I knew it was coming. I wanted to make sure you guys had the exact answer there. Again, to enter, all you have to do, click on that question card, put in your answer, put in your email. You will be entered into the giveaway. The winners will be notified via email within 24 hours, so definitely be sure to keep an eye on your email to make sure if you're the winner, you see that email coming through. We're gonna have 10 winners, by the way. So 10 winners, and that is gonna give you a chance of winning just for tuning into this live stream and just for answering that question card. That's all you had to do. the winners are going to receive an indoor cam. A C220 is the exact model of the indoor cam we're giving away for this giveaway card. So you could utilize that. The C220 indoor cam, we're giving away 10 of them just for you guys out there for watching during this live stream. This is going to be awesome. For some of you out there, not only are you going to be able to get a discounted S1 Pro where you could get $100 off, but at the same time, those 2 free accessory kits, but you could also snag just a couple of free indoor cams. Who wouldn't want that? A couple free indoor cams if you were to be joining these giveaways and you're one of the lucky winners. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. I'm jealous. I kind of wish that I was one of you guys right now entering the giveaway. But again, all you have to do is just click on that question card. Make sure you don't leave your email information in the live chat. Don't do that. Just make sure you leave that on the question card itself. That is how you can enter. We'll give you a couple more minutes for that. But again, one of the things that jumps out to me here with the S1 Pro, obviously, as a tech reviewer, I care a lot about design. I want to make sure my tech looks good. I also like color specifically as it relates to tech, which is, or lack thereof, I guess you would say, because I usually go with either a matte black color or some kind of matte color. It's just what I personally like to choose for my tech products. The S1 Pro with its monochromatic design here, as you see with the kind of the shiny black gloss here, complemented by this very nice matte silver design, which carries over to the base station as well. Pretty awesome to be able to have that. I'm a huge fan of the design here. Again, with this question, how thin is the body of the S1 Pro? That in and of itself is allowing the S1 Pro to reach those harder to reach areas where you could get under those chairs if you had to get under that bed. Again, places where you probably can't so easily use just your regular push vacuum to get to, which I'm a huge fan of here as it relates to overall effectiveness. Once again, with the S1 Pro, huge fan of that. We have a question in the chat saying, is it the first 10 winners or is it random 10? It will be a random 10 winner giveaway. So don't worry, even though the giveaway's been here for a few minutes now, all you have to do to enter is click on that question card. You will be able to answer it with this question here. So answer the question there on the question card and then enter your email. 10 random winners will be selected after this live stream ends and then notified via email within 24 hours. So anyone can enter. Just by being a part of this live stream, we're giving back to you guys for a couple cool giveaways here. 10 random winners. It's not the first 10, it's just 10 random winners. An indoor camera, a C220 indoor camera, and all you gotta do to take advantage of that is just enter that giveaway through the question card there. Again, the question is, how thin is the body of the S1 Pro? Now, with that having been said, we're gonna be closing the giveaway in just a few seconds, so get those last minute entries in right now. And then I wanna go to the chat here. Let's ask the chat, now that we've had quite some time and that we have this question card going away. What did you guys respond to the question, how thin is the body of the S1 Pro? What was your guys' answer? You can put it in the live chat now since the giveaway has closed. Let's see, we have Len saying 96 millimeter. We have Curved Tracker saying 96 millimeter. We have Flexible Tablet. I love these names. Flexible Tablet, 96 millimeters. Andy says 96 millimeters. The answer is 96 millimeters. You guys got it correct. That is absolutely correct. You do have a very cool, ultra compact, ultra slim body, 96 millimeters here as it relates to the S1 Pro. So that is, again, allowing you to get to those harder to reach areas. Congratulations to everyone who entered that contest giveaway there with the question card of how thin is the S1 Pro body. The answer was indeed 96 millimeters. So long as you entered through that question card and you answered correctly, you'll be entered to be one of 10 lucky winners to win that free indoor cam, that C220 indoor cam. But again, we still do have this promo code available right now, so you could utilize it. The S1 Pro Live promo code. All you have to do is during checkout, use that promo code that is available as an exclusive live stream promo code, S1 Pro Live. This is going on until this sells out. We still have some spots remaining, and this is going to get you $100 off your S1 Pro, and at the same time, you're gonna get 2 free accessory kits. That is what this promo code is all about. This is a live stream exclusive. We like to give back, obviously, with some of these giveaways that we've been having, but we also like to give back with some of this. I guess you could consider this a guaranteed giveaway in a sense, because we are giving away 2 free accessory kits valued at over $300. Plus, we're giving you $100 off the S1 Pro simply by using the promo code S1 Pro Live at checkout here on this live stream. That is for the first 50 users. We might be getting close here. So as soon as we hit 50 users there with this promo code, it's gone. and we're not gonna have that promo code able to be used anymore. So if you're thinking about this and you're like, BMAC, you know what? I think you're right with everything you say. You've demonstrated it, you showed it. I like your enthusiasm. Hopefully you guys could understand how much I love the S1 Pro. And if you take all that into consideration and you're getting your own S1 Pro, use that promo code. $100 off, plus those 2 free accessory kits. It's an awesome deal in and of itself. But we do still have some great stuff we have to get to as it relates to everything else that this is capable of. And obviously a huge component of a robot vacuum is going to be obstacle avoidance. This is what's going to allow a robot vacuum to have the ability to completely and effectively map out the areas in which it's going to be cleaning. But this is also going to allow you to just run the vacuum without having to think about it. We talked about this earlier with the auto retraction of the mopping brush, able to be auto retracted into the S1 Pro, 12 millimeters into its own body, which effectively takes the mop and lifts it up so it's not being used or dragged on the rug. We talked about that. That lessens the need to put on or take off any kind of roller brushes or roller pads, any kind of mopping brushes or pads. However, here's the other cool thing. With the 3D Matrix Eye that is built into the S1 Pro, you don't even need to clean before you clean if you don't want to. And what I mean by that is you really don't have to worry about optical avoidance. In the past, we've come a long way, because in the past, not only were robot vacuums not able to kind of tell where they were, they kind of would just go around randomly until they ran out of battery. Now, with the advanced systems we have here for the S1 Pro, we are able to very quickly and easily have all this effectively planned and obviously sorted out, which gives you the ability of getting all this in a very effective cleaning process, which is giving you that deep cleaning and allowing you to go from room to room with customized option. But on top of that, if you do happen to leave a sock out, or if you have a child and the child leaves a toy out, or if you have a dog and the dog leaves a toy out, you don't have to clean before you clean, in the sense that all this is pretty awesome because it's giving you the ability to use this 3D Matrix Eye for optical avoidance. Let me show you what I'm talking about here specifically as it relates to this 3D Matrix Eye, okay? This is pretty cool. Right here, the 3D Matrix Eye. Again, look at the way it glistens in the light. I just love that. This is equipped with what's called active binocular infrared imaging technology, that ABIIT. I don't think that's actually an acronym, I just think it sounds cool, but active binocular infrared imaging technology right there. And there's an RGB camera built in as well. This is what is allowing the S1 Pro camera system to basically mimic human vision by perceiving 300,000 voxels 8 times per second. This is such an advanced system that creates a real-time and a colored 3D model of opticals and, of course, the areas in which you're using the S1 Pro. So this is going to allow you to effortlessly identify and dodge obstacles of all kinds. Like we mentioned earlier, it doesn't matter if it's static obstacles, it doesn't matter if it's dynamic obstacles. This 3D Matrix Eye that is built in to the S1 Pro is giving you the ability of smartly navigating around them. So it doesn't matter if it's humans, pets, obstacles, toys left over from humans or pets, whatever else, the S1 Pro is able to use this 3D Matrix Eye system to identify the various obstacles of so many different shapes and sizes. Even the small and low objects like cables. We all leave cables around. I am notorious for leaving any kind of charging cables just on the ground. I don't know how it happens. I'm charging something up, I just completely forget about it. And then the 3D Matrix Eye, if I do happen to be running the vacuum, could see these smaller cables. And even if you have socks anywhere or anything you have can be precisely recognized and located. And then the intelligent optical avoidance that is built in to the S1 Pro is going to ensure a very smooth cleaning experience without the hassle of getting stuck. There is nothing worse than being in a situation where you are prepared to clean, you go out of the house, you're gonna run a few errands, or maybe you're just doing something else around the house, and you want to have nice clean floors, clean rugs wherever you're running the S1 Pro, and then you realize, shoot, 5 minutes in, it's got caught up on something and then it can't actually continue. That is going to be far less of an issue with the S1 Pro as opposed to perhaps some robot vacuums with obstacle avoidance released in the past, simply because of how advanced this 3D Matrix Eye system is. It is going to prevent itself from vacuuming up those cables, tangling itself, and then just stopping the process because it could detect those and avoid them. It is essential in keeping the cleaning process going because obviously without this, if it did just continuously get caught up in these cables or socks or whatever whatever else you have laying around, it's going to get stuck, and it could even damage your vacuum in certain situations. So with the S1 Pro having this 3D matrix eye, again, using these 300,000 voxels 8 times per second as part of this active binocular infrared imaging technology, and the RGB camera that is built right into the front here of the S1 Pro. You can see that right there. All this is allowing you to have that effortless identification in the obstacle avoidance that is built in as well. Taking this a step further, however, you do also have this right here, which is fantastic. This is going to be your true course, your mapping. Your true course map, I keep saying mopping because I got mopping on my mind, but the mapping is what's going to give you the ability of employing these powerful DTOF LiDAR and 3D SLAM technology features to create real-time maps of your home with unmatched speed and, of course, accuracy. I love this. This is exactly what I was alluding to before. You have the ability of scanning the environment in which you are using the S1 Pro. You can see here on your stream currently right now, this is what it would look like if you have several different rooms. You could color coordinate them like you have right here. You could also adjust how many times they go over, how many times the S1 Pro goes over each room, where your base station is. You could even see the current process. This is what I was mentioning earlier. If I go out of the house and I'm running the S1 Pro, I can go right into the S1 Pro app, the Eufy Clean app that we have, and I have the ability of very quickly and easily seeing the path and the route that the S1 Pro has already taken. It literally maps it out. So not only is it mapping out the areas in which you are cleaning, and you could customize room to room, you could also in real time see where the S1 Pro is. I love that. It's cool. It's like tuning on in to my live stream of my robot vacuum as it relates to where it is around the house. It's so darn cool, and I love that. But taking this a step further, this, of course, is what's going to give you the ability of having an S1 Pro here, which is using this advanced system with the true course mapping and the 3D matrix eye to get an advanced system that's going to calculate the most efficient and intelligent navigation routes like we keep talking about, to make sure that every nook and cranny is cleaned as quickly as possible. This is awesome. This is probably in part, by the way, part of the reason why I could go on record and say to date, I have not dealt with the S1 Pro running out of battery before all my tasks have been finished. This has just not happened. In part because of the fantastic battery that is built in here into the S1 Pro. I don't think we even have enough time here to get into the actual battery life components of the S1 Pro. That in and of itself, I could probably spend another half hour here. But with that in mind, I think the main take-home message is that with the battery that's built into the S1 Pro, and importantly, with this efficient cleaning process, in part because of the true course mapping and the 3D matrix eye system, this S1 Pro knows, okay, this is the entire area in which I need to clean. It knows where to go to first and where to go to from every room after that, how much suction power to use, how much mopping water to use. It knows how many times to go over each room. You can even set up obstacle avoidance areas if you have the Christmas tree set up, for example, and you wanted it to avoid that area. It could probably do that automatically if you have it set up, obviously, in such a way where the 3D matrix eye could avoid that. But if you wanted to do that, that is all within the app, which I think is awesome. And the point is, with all this sophistication, the S1 Pro is also like its very own calculator, which is able to see all these rooms, see all your configurations for everything that you have set up, and at the same time, it's going to give you the ability of going through this entire process efficiently without having to worry about it knowing the best route to take for those different rooms it has been assigned to. And I bring this up as it relates to battery because with this highly efficient process, this is probably in part what is allowing it to go around and not have any kind of issues as it relates to the overall cleaning process with getting the job done. Now, here's what it will look like. Obviously, you could use the S1 Pro, as I mentioned earlier, on multiple floors, so it has no problem detecting the environment that it's in. Once you've mapped out your multiple floors, the S1 Pro is going to be like, oh, I know this area. I know exactly where I am. And it's going to go into its cleaning process like it normally does with that efficient cleaning process like we were talking about earlier. Now, I did want to bring your attention to this as well. We were talking about the corner cleaning earlier. This is also a fantastic representation of my S1 Pro in action utilizing this obstacle avoidance, because not only is it able to detect that this is a chair and a leg that it is right next to, look how sophisticated and close and accurate the S1 Pro can get as it relates to its navigation around this leg. It just blows my mind how fantastic this is at just general cleaning. And this is obviously where it's going under the chair. This video, for whatever reason, wants to take a few seconds to load, so we'll see if that loads. If not, we'll go to the next one here. But the awesome thing is that it is able to detect all these obstacles. In fact, I think if you look closely at this, is it this tick right here? There's somewhere here where I think I actually left out something, and there, was it a cord? I can't exactly remember. One of these videos you'll be able to see if you look closely that it detected something that I didn't even notice at first was in the shot, and it was able to avoid it automatically and not suck it up because it identified it as something that it shouldn't be sucking up, which is pretty awesome, obviously, as part of this 3D matrix eye. But all this is because of the active binocular infrared imaging technology and that RGB camera built in. It is going to allow you to have a fantastic cleaning process, which is quite literally mimicking human vision by perceiving what is around it. It is just absolutely mind-boggling how well this works. Look at this. I guess I can't even say it's mind-boggling because this is what Eufy does with their products. They're just fantastic at creating this. So from a layman's perspective, someone who doesn't know how to obviously create a robot vacuum from scratch, this blows my mind because it is able to identify, just as you see here on your stream, the S1 Pro is able to identify, oh, that's a wire, let's avoid it. Oh, that's some paper, let's avoid it. Oh, that's another obstacle, all these obstacles, whatever it might be, let's avoid it. And you can see other robot vacuums might not be able to do that, and they will grab whatever kind of cable is there, suck it up, and even worse, pull with it whatever it is attached to. So it is especially important that we have obstacle avoidance here that is going to be helpful in our overall cleaning process, and that all has to do, again, with the 3D matrix eye, using those 300,000 voxels 8 times per second. It's perceiving 300,000 voxels 8 times per second, and that is the advanced system that is creating a real-time in colored 3D model of obstacles. It is so cool to see this in action. I think this is in part what is allowing you to have such a fantastic cleaning experience, specifically with the S1 Pro, which I'm obviously a huge fan of. So the S1 Pro basically could see almost like a human eye sees, which is what's given it that level of intelligence to be able to recognize these different obstacles. And again, why is this so important? Obviously, so you're not taking cables or anything else that you don't want to get tangled up in the vacuum itself, but also because this is what's giving you the ability of very quickly and easily being able to go through your cleaning process without worrying about cleaning before you clean. So in other words, you don't have to go around and make sure all of the dog toys and all the kid toys and socks, laundry, whatever else is left out. You don't actually have to. It's not imperative that you go around and clean up all those different obstacles before you start your S1 Pro cleaning process, because the 3D Matrix Eye and the True Course mapping system here is what's giving the S1 Pro the ability to allow you to just start vacuuming without having to worry about that. This is what I love. This is why this is such a, once you have it set up and configured, the thinking process out of having clean floors is just completely taken out of the situation. And what I mean by that is literally you could press a button, whether it be on the vacuum itself, whether it be on the base station, as we talked about earlier with the LCD touch control panel, whether it be from the app, you could just start the cleaning process and be rest assured it's going to go through your pre-configured options or just whatever the default is that you have it set to. And the nice thing is that it's just going to go through that cleaning process, be as robust as it normally would be, but just avoiding any kind of obstacles that are in the way. You don't have to clean before you clean. And the other cool thing about that too, again, taking into consideration the mopping pad that auto retracts, so you don't have to add on or take off any kind of mopping pads because it's going to take that into consideration as well. It is truly an all-in-one system, and you don't really have to worry about maintenance a whole lot. To be honest with you, I don't even think the dustbin needs to be replaced yet because it is so efficient at obviously getting all the debris and putting it in there, and it's pretty just overall astounding to me how effectively this thing works and how Eufy has just done such a great job. Every feature that I've talked about so far has been top notch, which I'm a huge fan of, especially as it relates to robot vacuums, because my life is busy enough as it is. I don't need to be worrying about cleaning my floors. I leave that to the S1 Pro, and you could of course take advantage of this as well. There is that promo code S1 Pro Live that is going to get you $100 off your very one S1 Pro, and at the same time you're also going to be able to get your 2 free accessory kits. But I think we're about ready for another question card giveaway, and let's up the ante a little bit here. This time we're actually going to be giving away to 4 of you lucky winners out there, just 4 random winners who enter this question card giveaway. We're going to be giving 4 of you $300 off coupons. So if you wanted to get the S1 Pro, you could get these $300 off coupons. We're giving away 4 of them, and all you have to do to enter is answer the question card that is going to be on your screen in just a second here. It is going to be, how many voxels can the 3D Matrix Eye perceive at once? We've talked about this a few times over the last couple minutes, so hopefully this is able to be answered by you. How many voxels can the 3D Matrix Eye built into the S1 Pro perceive at once? So this is what we have here. Again, if you guys remember, we were talking about this 3D Matrix Eye right here. This baby has the ability of everything we just talked about, but in particular with the active binocular infrared imaging technology and that RGB camera that you see right there built into it, it mimics a human eye by perceiving how many voxels 8 times per second. All you have to do to enter to be a winner of a $300 off coupon code for an S1 Pro is click on that question card, and upon so doing, you're going to be able to very quickly and easily be able to see that you enter your email, you enter your answer, you enter into the giveaway, and from that point, we are going to notify 4 lucky winners within the next 24 hours via email, 4 random winners who answered correctly to this question. We're going to give you those $300 off coupon codes as part of this special live stream. So if you want to get an S1 Pro for $300 off, 4 of you out there who enter this giveaway question can perhaps be the winner of that. You'll know via email within 24 hours. So definitely be sure to check that out. And it's pretty awesome. Again, all that we have here in the S1 Pro. This is just a small, this section where we're talking about the 3D Matrix Eye and the true course mapping. This is all just a slight version of, or a condensed version of everything else. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that basically this is only a small component of everything else that the S1 Pro is capable of. There we go. I get so excited sometimes I forget how to put my thoughts into words. So you have all those different components here obviously coming together in the S1 Pro, but the 3D Matrix Eye and the true course mapping system is a small little glimpse of what makes it so darn good. I'm a huge fan of everything here with the S1 Pro. I quite literally use this probably 2 to 3 times per week. And so I think everything comes together here in a fantastic robot vacuum experience. But with that in mind, again, we still have a few minutes here left for you to enter this 3rd giveaway. This is the 3rd giveaway, right? 3rd, 4th, 3rd. 3rd giveaway here where you could utilize this question card to enter how many voxels is the 3D Matrix Eye built into the S1 Pro capable of perceiving at once. Let me know in the comments. We'll give you a few minutes here to enter, but if you want to put your guesses in the comments, the live chat, you could feel free to do so. To officially enter, of course, use that question card. But if you wanted to just throw a stab out there of a guess into the live stream, you could do that. We'll give you the answer, of course, in just a second here. But that is what's so cool about the 3D Matrix Eye. It's pretty awesome to see everything that this is capable of as it relates to its ability to just generally see what's in front of it. So with that in mind, we're going to be taking away the question card in just about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It should be pretty much disappeared now. All right, now put into your live chat here what you think the answer is to that question. Let us know. Of course, the question was, how many voxels can the 3D Matrix Eye built into the S1 Pro perceive at once? Put in your answers there. We have several people saying, we have e-reader glasses saying 300,000. We have Robo Tiki board. Oh no, robot tiki board we'll go with. 300,000 voxels, there you go. Flexible tablet, 300,000. High-tech battery, 300,000. There seems to be a lot of answers for 300,000. The answer is 300,000. You guys have been doing a fantastic job at paying attention here. You are absolutely correct. There is a 300,000 voxels 8 times per second that the S1 Pro 3D Matrix Eye is capable of actually perceiving. It is mind-boggling. I don't think I could even think of 300,000 different thought processes per day, to be honest. I don't know how this thing is just crazy. It is crazy what the S1 Pro is capable of. But here's the thing. Everything else we just talked about is just your general robot vacuum and mopping vacuum kind of experience taken to that level that you're absolutely probably head over heels in love with. There's so many other auto features here built into the S1 Pro that we just have to get right into here. So I'm going to show you here a couple of these features that we're talking about. Here's a video for you to check out. This is the auto emptying function. We talked about this a little bit throughout the course of the live stream, but this is going to be where the S1 Pro works with the base station to effortlessly collect and store the dust and the debris that it is obviously sucking up throughout its process and storing it in a 2.5 liter dust bag, which allows for up to 68 days of use before you probably have to swap it out. That is such low maintenance. It is perfect for households with pets, and I could personally attest to this. This is why I was saying just a few minutes ago, I've probably run this vacuum a few dozen times at this point, and I have not yet had to even replace the dustbin. There's other robot vacuums where I've used where they're supposed to be the top of the line, and they were great in their own right, but I do find myself remembering that I had to replace the dustbins in those other base stations quite often with other robot vacuums that I've tried in the past. Here with the S1 Pro and its base station, it has probably been, we're probably creeping up at around 60 something days at this point. So maybe pretty soon I'll have to actually empty out that dustbin, which is super easy to do, by the way, right from the base station. But I have not yet had to do that yet, and I've run this thing a few dozen times. That is in part what you're getting here with the S1 Pro, and in particular, the base station, because it's absolutely amazing all the different kind of factors that went into this creation here from Eufy with the S1 Pro working with the base station, and part of that obviously is with this auto emptying feature right here. This essentially is using forced air, which is going to collect, again, all that debris and dust, whatever else it sucked up in the S1 Pro robot vacuum itself, and using this forced air to exchange it from the S1 Pro vacuum itself and creating a path where it is going to be stored into the dust bag, as you see on your screen currently. And it is a very large storage capacity, 2.5 liters of a dust bag there. It is also an antibacterial dust bag, which I believe I remember reading from the manual, if I'm correct on that. But regardless, it is stored away within the base station itself, and makes it super easy to be able to run this. And just for your consideration here, I'm gonna show this to you because I recently ran this, I think a day or two ago, and sometimes you will have other robot vacuums that auto empty themselves, but still leave some debris and dust and dirt and whatever else left over in the robot vacuum itself. This baby is completely empty. In fact, I believe, without getting, let's see if I can do this, there we go. You'll be able to see within here, now this is a dust filter, by the way, so you are gonna wanna replace this. You could do this very easily with your accessory kit, by the way. So if you wanted to, this is your dust filter, and you could very easily replace that out if you wanted to. But here's what I wanted to show you specifically as it relates to the robot vacuum. See, can you get an angle in there properly? Completely empty. There's nothing left in here to actually empty out from the S1 Pro here as it relates to the overall process. It's pretty amazing here how it is able to use all this forced air to literally get all the debris out of here. I'm trying to figure out if there's a specific, there we go. There's what I was looking for. The other one is actually to replace the filter. This is the actual dustbin. It practically looks brand new. There's not a speck of hair or debris in here that is being left over because of the ability of the S1 Pro to auto empty itself into that dustbin. So you have that as a pretty awesome feature. That just goes back super easily. Then you take this and you place it right there on top as well, that top cover. So I just wanted to show that the S1 Pro is just putting my money where my mouth is. Is that how the saying goes? Putting whatever that saying is. Just proving to you that the dustbin here in the S1 Pro is completely emptied. And that is to show that that process of the auto emptying here with the S1 Pro base station works exactly as you would expect it and hope it to work, where it does a fantastic job. And I'm very excited actually for when the alert finally comes through on the Eufy Clean app letting me know that it is time to actually replace that dustbin, because I'm probably gonna be blown away with how full it actually is. All that pet hair, all the debris, Cheerios, whatever the heck else my little niece dropped onto the floor during her meals here, anything I've dropped onto the floor, coffee grounds, coffee beans, anything that has been left over, I just can't wait to see all that being put into this dust bag here. And again, you could probably go upwards of like 2 months, maybe even 2 months plus here. Just around 2 months though is what we are getting here, 68 days-ish, before you have to actually replace this dust bag, which is so awesome. High capacity here, 2.5 liters. We absolutely love that. But in addition to it being auto emptying, there's also this right here, which is the auto washing component. Now, we mentioned earlier how, of course, the mopping pad here on the S1 Pro scrapes itself 170 times per minute. We already know that. But when the process is complete, when you've done your entire cleaning process, and I'm talking about when your mopping and vacuum is done, the entire task is finished, and the robot vacuum has returned back to the base station, this is where the auto washing takes place. And this is essentially where the S1 Pro base station is revitalizing the rolling mop with a mix of that EcoClean ozonated water we were talking about, and that hard floor cleaner that we were talking about earlier as well, where it's a little bit of that solution. It's taking this and using this on the S1 Pro after it returns back to its base station, which is removing all the oil and dirt from this mopping pad under high pressure. So as if the auto cleaning while the S1 Pro was doing its cleaning process wasn't enough, you also have a robust cleaning process of the S1 Pro once it returns back to its base station, again, revitalizing that rolling mop with a mix of that ozonated water and that exclusive hard floor cleaner. This is what you saw earlier, where the cleaner, you could just place it right into the base station itself. It's just like goes in between the clean water tank and the dirty water tank. And once it's there, it has the ability of very quickly and easily being used for this auto washing process. And that is how you're able to have this looking almost like it is brand new. We mentioned about this, we talked about this earlier in the live stream, this mopping pad. In part, yes, it's because of the 170 times per minute that this is being scraped within the S1 Pro body itself, but also because once the mopping process has been finished, the S1 Pro returns to the base station where it will quickly and easily obviously be washed here in and of itself as well through this auto washing process, which I love. It's removing all that oil and dirt under high pressure. This literally looks brand new. It blows my mind. And this is after, again, like 24+ cleanings here, which is wild. So this is prolonging the life of the S1 Pro rolling brush itself. If you are here during this live stream and taking advantage again of our promo code S1 Pro Live, that's going to get you the $100 off the S1 Pro. It is also going to get you 2 free accessory kits. And if I remember correctly, there's actually a rolling brush in here. I'll double check that for you. So let's see. Do I see one in here? There's a lot of goodies in here. We might as well just show this to you real quick to show you everything that you're getting. This is probably going to spill out everywhere because there's so much built into here. Yeah, you get 2 of them actually. So 2 roller brushes in this accessory kit here. You get 2 sets of these side brushes as well. You get several filters that you could take advantage of. You have some sealed off compartments there that you could replace for the little valves, if you will. You also have a brand new roller brush here for the vacuum component and all these dust bags too. So even though you're going to have long lasting life with this because of all the elements that are built in, if you want your S1 Pro to last for years to come without you even having to get any kind of replacement parts, it is amazing to see you could get all this ×2 for free with that promo code S1 Pro Live, simply just by using that here as part of this live stream exclusive promo code. So even though I've used this a couple dozen times here with the S1 Pro, we have these side brushes that look still in pretty darn good condition. The actual vacuum rotating brush here, the silicone based brush, is no problem. That still looks pretty darn brand new. And again, as we keep mentioning here, the actual mopping brush looks brand new as well. It's because the S1 Pro does such a great job at maintaining itself. You don't even have to maintain it. It maintains itself through its auto cleaning processes and everything else we were just talking about, which is so cool. So between the auto emptying and the auto washing, fantastic to see all this built in. However, obviously, once you are done doing the auto washing here with the S1 Pro, you also want to make sure that the mop, the rolling mop, is being dried off, because once it is dry, that is going to prevent any kind of odor or bacteria from being built up. So I love this graphic you see on your stream currently. This is the auto heated drying. This is 131 degree Fahrenheit or 55 degrees Celsius hot air that is drying the rolling mop after the washing, which of course, like I keep mentioning, is reducing the odor and bacteria buildup. This is what is going to allow not only the mopping station, the mop itself, the mopping brush, and everywhere else you're using this mopping vacuum to remain clean, but it's going to keep it odor-free as well. Again, this is its own maintenance built in, the auto heated drying. So again, 131 degree Fahrenheit or 55 degrees Celsius forced hot air over this rolling brush, which is drying it off very quickly after it already went through the auto washing process, which is reducing the odor and the bacteria. And then, since we are working with these different kind of tanks here, we have dual water tanks, obviously in the S1 Pro itself, as well as in the base station. With this in mind, you also do have the auto refilling here. So as you probably would assume, there's the auto refilling, which is going to automatically fill up the robot's built-in water reservoir with that mixed hard floor cleaner we were talking about and that EcoClean ozonated water when needed, which is going to reduce the time and effort. So this is another automatic process where the S1 Pro knows, okay, I need some more clean water. It will return to the base station and refill its clean water tank with that sterilization rate we were talking about. And again, that is the EcoClean ozone at work, which is creating that ozonated water where you could just use simple tap water. I do this right out of my kitchen sink. Fill up the clean water tank with some of that tap water from the kitchen sink, and this EcoClean ozone process, you can see at the top part there when we go to the top part of the base station, is able to remove up to 99.99% of bacteria. This little gadget right here built into the clean water tank when attached to the base station, the EcoClean ozone, is what's providing you with turning essentially just regular tap water into up to 99.99% bacteria removed water through this ozone generating process that is going to allow you to very easily use much cleaner water through your cleaning process. So I love that, and of course this is what the EcoClean ozone is all about. Once you put that clean water tank back onto your base station, you can see it in action there where it literally starts to look wispy like that. It is awesome. Let me try to go back to the other B-roll here. Where is it? Let me find it here. Hold on, I got a lot of animations going at you right now, but I wanted to specifically find my video right here. I'm gonna show you this. This is the one I took. Again, if you look closely, you can see that ozone generation process, the EcoClean ozone generation process, which is removing up to 99.99% of bacteria, which is going to give you that very clean water, essentially converting, if you will, tap water into sterilized up to 99.99% bacteria removed sterilized water in combination with that perfectly drawn amount of the cleaner as well. And what I mean by that is that the S1 Pro has the ability of very quickly and easily obviously creating this ozonated water, but also drawing the perfectly pre-measured amount from its base station of that cleaner to use with this clean water situation as well, which I absolutely love. So that is all part of the process. And again, this is what it looks like here with this clean water. There is a super clear, I'm going to move the vacuum so you can see. I could literally wave to you through this. It's crazy. I could hold this up and I could do the whole stream and you still would be able to see me. Crystal clear water. It's tap water that I just placed onto the base station. This EcoClean ozone generator, which gets lit up with a LED ring light that is in there. And you can see that wispiness taking place, that ozone generation. That is working in combination with a slight bit of that cleaning solution that creates this clean water. And then the ability of it to automatically dispense that dirty water that it is scraping off of the mop, and then of course putting into the dirty water tank where it is removed from the S1 Pro and placed into the base station dirty water tank. And if you're wondering how to get rid of this, I literally just dump it down the toilet. I just literally empty it out into the toilet, flush the toilet, and I get rid of that dirty water. Super awesome to be able to do that very easily. And that is, again, another auto feature here of the S1 Pro. It is remarkable how much this vacuum could just do by itself through all these different kind of processes. Now, this obviously goes hand in hand with the auto wastewater collection we were just talking about. So, like I said, with the support for the auto wastewater transfer from the S1 Pro dirty water reservoir, it's going to put it into the dirty water tank that we just showed you. What I love about this is that it's keeping your hands clean. Listen, I have come a long way. I used to be a pretty big germaphobe, but if it weren't for all these cleaning processes, I would not be touching this mopping pad right here because this is super clean. Even though this has been dragged all over the dirty floors, this has been super cleaned after the fact. Also, in addition to that, even though this dirty water is absolutely gross to look at, all I have to do from this point is literally just open the lid, pour it into the toilet, flush the toilet, and it's gone. I really don't even have to get my hands dirty with this auto emptying process as it specifically relates to the wastewater. Absolutely love that. And then again, you do have the auto detergent dispensing here. This is what I was talking about. There is a little compartment here in between the clean water tank and the dirty water tank where you would put this auto detergent here. This comes with your S1 Pro, and this is going to automatically mix the ideal amount of hard floor cleaner with the clean water in the clean water tank before mopping. So I just love this. You don't have to worry about measuring it out yourself. It's auto going to draw from this. It's going to place it into the clean water tank and go through that clean water process in whatever way works works best for the process, obviously, it's undertaking. And then at the same time, all this is able to be pretty much looked at very quickly through the LCD touch control panel. This intuitive control panel here without needing to use the app. If you wanted to go through your vacuuming or mopping or both of those, that process together, you literally could walk right up to the base station and press that middle button and it could start the cleaning process, which I love. You could also have it return home, or you could switch between vacuuming and mopping mode if you wanted to limit it to just one or the other at that far right button there as well. So a lot of different features here that I'm a huge fan of, obviously, as it relates to the auto functionality. And speaking of, by the way, the charging, you can see here on this picture I took of the base station LCD touch control panel. If you look closely, we were talking about this quickly earlier, without getting into too much detail, and I can personally attest to this, the S1 Pro does have 20% faster charging, which is pretty awesome. It is charged a lot faster for me in particular than I was expecting, because sometimes I feel like I had to go over the whatever it is. If I wanted to bring this to a second floor, you obviously have to wait for it to recharge, or at least you should wait for it to recharge after your first floor cleaning. If I wanted to bring it up to the second floor, this is going to recharge very fast, which allows me to essentially have 2 cleaning jobs done for 2 different floors in one day if I wanted to, which is pretty awesome. And then again, you have that antibacterial dust bag. So this is what you're going to be using. This goes into the S1 Pro base station itself. 2.5 liters, I believe, is that what we were talking about here as it relates to the capacity, right? And this is going to be an antibacterial dust bag where it is also mold resistant, and it's going to be able to trap the allergens inside. So if you are dealing with allergies or you have any other kind of breathing sensitivities, it's awesome that once the S1 Pro does its job in collecting all this dust and debris and allergens, dandruff, pollen, dirt, you name it, all that is going to be placed into this antibacterial dust bag, which resides within the S1 Pro. And then to get rid of it, it's as simple as just taking it out, and then you're going to pull this little tab, which is going to close off that compartment. It's a little bit difficult to see here, but if I stick my finger in there, you can see. If we bring it real close to the camera, hopefully you can see that too. It is essentially closing off anything that is in the dust bag, and you can then just toss this into the trash and get rid of it that way, which is absolutely awesome. So all these auto functionalities of the S1 Pro are absolutely fantastic, and I'm a huge fan of all this coming together. But we have now reached the point in the live stream, my friends, where we are doing probably the most exciting giveaway yet. We are actually going to be giving away to one of you lucky viewers right now a free S1 Pro. So if you've been tuned in from the very beginning of this live stream and you want to see everything that we talked about in your very own S1 Pro for free, we're giving one away simply as a thank you for tuning into this live stream. But here's the thing. This is such an important giveaway, such an exciting giveaway. You guys have to bring me the most emojis you have ever sent in a live stream in the live chat right now. Drop as many emojis as you possibly can. Use emojis that represent how you feel about the S1 Pro. I know there's gonna be a lot of fire emojis, a lot of heart emojis, a lot of heart eye emojis. Blow up the chat with a bunch of emojis. Once I see the chat continuously scrolling and it's just like nonstop comments, which we're almost there already, that's when we'll do this next giveaway card here. But the cool thing is, like I mentioned, everything we talked about between the 3D Matrix Eye, the auto functionality, the optical avoidance, the ozonated water, the clean water tanks, the dirty water tanks, that separation, the mopping, all of that taken into consideration, you could have it all without even having to buy it today, because we're giving one away, and all you have to do is enter the question card we're about to provide you with. Oh, we got a lot of emojis. Actually, there's so many emojis coming through right now that I think my chat is like stuttering on my monitor over here, which is awesome. I love to see that. We're basically breaking the live chat. All right, we have enough emojis there. Let's ask this question. This is for a free S1 Pro. You could take one of these home for free simply by answering this question right here. Up to what percentage bacteria will the ozone generator remove? This is a good one. We talked about this a lot. It was a stat that I think hopefully has been driven into your head a lot by now. But all you have to do to enter the giveaway for a free S1 Pro, you will see a question card currently on the stream. All you have to do is click on that. You're going to enter your email into the question card, not in the live stream, into the question card, and then also answer the question, up to what percentage of bacteria can the ozone generator remove? What percentage of bacteria can the EcoClean ozone generator remove in the S1 Pro, specifically as it relates to this clean water tank with that EcoClean ozone generator built in? What percentage of bacteria can this actually remove? Up to that percentage. Let me know in that question card. Again, we are going to give away a free S1 Pro to one lucky winner. The winner of that S1 Pro will be notified via email within 24 hours, so definitely be sure for this giveaway and obviously all the other giveaways we hosted throughout the course of this live stream, make sure that you have your... My producers... Okay. My producer just told me in my ear. I wanted to make sure they have this correctly. So, one of the giveaways did not have the email confirmation there, I believe. So, we're going to update you via email, I think is what... Alex, if you want to tell me in my ear one more time with that. My producer's telling me something. I want to make sure you guys are aware of how we're doing this giveaway again, so... Okay, so thank you. My producer just told me in my ear. So the question card now allows you to put in your email. I guess with the giveaway we were just doing, perhaps that email section wasn't there. So we got it fresh for you now. If you want to make sure that you are entering, make sure you click on that question card. Make sure you put in the email that is now available on that question card and answer the question, up to what % bacteria will the ozone generator remove? That way we'll actually be able to contact you, because obviously we want to make sure the winner of this giveaway is able to be contacted via email within 24 hours after the conclusion of this live stream. So this is so exciting. Make sure you go in there and you answer this question. What percentage of bacteria will the ozone generator remove? So in other words, this EcoClean ozone generator, it is able to clean up to a certain percent. It is able to generate up to a certain percentage of bacteria cleaning. Why am I making this so wordy? It's like I'm filling out a college essay, right? Where I'm trying to fill it with as many words as possible. This EcoClean ozone generator is capable of removing up to what percentage of bacteria in this water? That is the question. Click on that question card, enter your email, enter the question, enter the answer to that question, and we will be notifying the winner via email within 24 hours. We're going to leave it here for just a few more seconds. While we leave that up, however, do me a favor. I'm very curious to see, because there's so many different features, I kind of want to get to the bottom of this. While we have this question card still available and you have that time to enter, we'll have it here for a few more minutes. I want you to put into the chat, however, what your favorite feature of the S1 Pro so far is. Is it the 3D Matrix Eye? Is it the auto emptying? Is it the auto retraction of the mop? Let me know that you are able to see here what, or put in the live chat so I can see here what the favorite feature of yours is, and I will be able to see. I'm checking here. Alex, I have people in the live chat saying that they're not able to put in the email. Let me double check here. No, yeah, you could definitely. I just confirmed it. I tried it myself. So anyone who's having difficulty with the email, you have to put in your answer first and then your email, and then click enter. That'll enter you into the giveaway. So it's working properly. I just tested it myself here. So if you wanted to enter that, you could also refresh the live stream if you wanted to. So if you wanted to just click that refresh here real quick on the live stream, that's going to refresh obviously the page itself, and then the question card should be updated. So if you're this is why we're going to give you a couple more minutes to enter here on this giveaway. If you refresh the page, you click on that question card, it is going to ask you for the answer first to the question, up to what percentage bacteria will the ozone generator remove? You put in your answer, and then on that next page, it's going to ask you for your email. That's where you're going to put that email in. That is where you could enter, and then you'll be entered into the giveaway. So I can confirm that. I did just test that, and that way you'll be able to see very quickly and easily what the entry process is. And after you do that, you'll be entered. You'll be entered to be perhaps the winner of an S1 Pro. We're giving away an S1 Pro. I'm so excited because some of you are going to be able to, of course, one of you is going to be able to experience this for free because you're going to be the winner of an S1 Pro, and then you can hit me up on social media. Just be like, BMac, my goodness, I'm the winner of that S1 Pro that Eufy kindly gave away on their live stream. This is amazing. I'd be like, yeah, I told you. But for everyone else, you can snag this for $100 off using that promo code S1 Pro Live, plus those 2 free accessory kits. Just saying that promo code is still available, which is awesome. I also want to see here, all right, so I did ask that question, what is your favorite feature so far of the S1 Pro? We're going to give you another minute or two until my producer in my ear tells me that we're closing it off. We're going to give you another minute or two to enter that giveaway. But I want to get to the live chat here to see that we have we have someone who says darn near all of it for your favorite feature. The auto emptying is another answer. That's seems to be a very popular answer here because we have Innovative Mouse who answered auto emptying as well. Billy J said all of them. Amber said the switching between the vacuum and the mop, one and done. Amber, I gotta say, I love all the answers that everyone else here has in the live chat, but that is also my favorite feature. I love the ability of not having to remove the mopping pad or mopping brush when I want to go through a vacuuming process. And I love the ability to not have to put it back on if I want to go through that mopping process. The fact that it's an all-in-one solution, literally between the base station and the S1 Pro itself, where it'll go through vacuuming and mopping or just vacuuming without you having to worry about anything. Peace of mind. Am I right, Amber? I love it. I love that. That is also my favorite feature. There's many others as well, but that probably is my favorite because it just, for me personally, with my hectic life, I don't want to have to think consciously, oh, do I have to vacuum and mop today or just vacuum? Do I have to put on the mopping pad or take it off? You don't have to worry about that. Same thing with the obstacle avoidance. You don't have to worry about cleaning anything up before you clean because it's all auto. The take-home message here probably with the S1 Pro, if there's one word to describe it, for me, it'd be auto. Auto. It basically does everything you could possibly ever want it to do, which is pretty awesome. Andy says the mop cleaning, nothing worse than just smearing dirt around. Absolutely, Andy. You are right. That is an awesome feature in and of itself as well. All right, with that having been said, we are going to announce the answer to this question card giveaway. Good luck to absolutely everyone who entered. I cannot wait for one of you to be the winner of an S1 Pro. Thank you, of course, for joining me throughout the course of this live stream. We got a couple more things we're going to cover right after this, so don't go anywhere. But I will say that the answer now to that question card giveaway, up to what percentage of bacteria will the ozone generator remove? Up to 99.99%. We talked about this throughout this entire live stream. I love this feature. Not only, of course, because it allows me to have super clean, squeaky clean floors. I guess the floors will be squeaky because that's why they call it squeaky clean. If I'm walking on them, they'll be so darn clean that they're squeaky clean. Point is, I love the fact that we have these floors super clean because just in general, they're gonna look clean, they're gonna smell clean, everything's going to be clean. But at the same time, with my little niece visiting all the time, on her hands and knees, putting anything she finds on the floor into her mouth, even just putting her own hands into her mouth after crawling on the floor with her hands, I could feel rest assured knowing that the floors have been cleaned with up to 99.99% bacteria removed water as part of this eco-clean ozone generation process. Of course, also with that, using a little bit of that hard floor cleaner that we talked about earlier. I just love it. I love the fact that I know that when this S1 Pro is mopping, it is using clean water, not only on the floors itself, but also clean water to clean itself, and then also that clean water when it is cleaning the mop after it's through the mopping process. It's amazing. You're cleaning while you're cleaning. You're cleaning after you're cleaning. It's just clean. It's always just cleaning, and that's why I think this thing works so darn well. It's awesome. So thank you to everyone who tuned into that giveaway. Congratulations to the future winner. We have one winner out there, and you're going to be notified via email. But before you go, there are a couple more things I wanted to point out here, specifically as it relates to this bad boy, the S1 Pro. Like I mentioned, all those features we just talked about, you can learn more about that on the product detail page, of course, as well. But there is also some after-sales service I wanted you to quickly be aware of as well. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee with the S1 Pro. So if you were on the fence and for whatever reason you weren't dead set certain about getting it, and believing me with everything I've just told you for the S1 Pro, fear not, you could get this baby today and you could actually get a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is awesome. You could, of course, see the terms and conditions with what that money-back guarantee is covering, but a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're also going to get dedicated customer service, which means, of course, if for whatever reason there's something that is very difficult for you to understand or you don't think something's working properly, dedicated customer service from the Eufy Clean team, which will walk you through that and troubleshoot it with you. I have not had any problems. Yes, I'm a tech expert, but I was able to literally, if my mom wanted to help me out by turning on the mop, I literally just told her, I'm like, hey, you want to turn on the vacuum mop for me? It's that middle button on the base station. She presses that and it starts the cleaning process. So there's not a whole lot I think you'll have difficulty with as it relates to actually starting to use this S1 Pro in your daily life, but you do have that dedicated customer service if that is something you need to take advantage of or need to utilize if you do run into any kind of issues. So love to have that. And then you do also get a 1-year warranty. So anything that goes wrong as it relates to a manufacturing defect, which is unlikely, but if that does happen, you do have a 1-year warranty you could take advantage of as well. Other than that, this thing is going to probably change your life. The S1 Pro has probably changed mine for the better, where I now have not only clean rugs, but also clean floors. I'm telling you, you could tell the difference just by looking at them. When the sun hits the floor just right in the morning, it's like, my goodness, did they used to shine that much? I don't know, but they do now, and that's all that matters. I'm a huge fan of that. But with that having been said, my friends, that essentially brings us to the end of this special Eufy S1 Pro robot vacuum live stream. Hopefully you learned a thing or two. Hopefully you could understand how much I love this thing through my excitement throughout the course of this entire live stream. I want to give a huge thank you and a shout out to all of you for tuning on in, for making this live stream so special and so exciting. Huge thank you and a shout out to my producer team, especially Alex in my ear, and then of course the team over at Eufy in general for not only creating a fantastic robot vacuum product, but for offering some fantastic giveaways here on this live stream as well. Don't forget, to learn more information about the S1 Pro, you could check out the product detail page right on eufy.com, and that way you can learn more information. I think we covered pretty much all of it, but if there's anything else you wanted to learn as well, of course, you could always go to that product detail page, and hopefully you snag one for yourself. It's pretty awesome to be able to see here everything that has been included in this S1 Pro. I'm gonna end this live stream in just a second here, and as soon as this live stream ends, guess what? This puppy's coming upstairs with me. We gotta mop the floors today. I did a lot of work outside yesterday, and I was coming in and out without any shoes on. My floors are dirty. I'm gonna run this S1 Pro as soon as this live stream ends, so I'll have clean floors. But thank you so much for tuning on in. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully you're enjoying your S1 Pro, if you will eventually, if you purchase one, and let me know what you think if you end up getting one. Other than that, we will see you the next time we go live here right on Eufy. Appreciate all of you. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and enjoy your clean rugs and clean floors. Take care.